Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I've done a little bit more of a plain decoration this week using the kikki.K Planner Lovers sticker book. So if you want to see how this one came together, then just keep watching. Alright, so this one has been in my collection for a little while now and I waited so long for it. I don't know why it's taken me so long to use it, but this is the Planner Lovers sticker book. So I'm going to match this up with the washi tape that's also out of this collection. And we're going to do something a bit kind of somewhere between a regular decoration and a kit, kind of somewhere in there. So we're going to start off with some green washi down the side, and then I'm going to decide if I'm going to put the blue washi on the other side. I hate that. Okay. I also hate when the washi's not particularly sticky, but that's alright. We'll work our way through this. So it's got a little bit of excess on here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put this down the side. And then punch the holes in it, I think, as well now. Just while we're sort of on a bit of a roll. I'm pushing that really heavily down just so that it doesn't come up, because I did notice it wasn't quite so sticky coming off the roll. So do both sides, cut off the excess and then punch the holes. I didn't need the heat tool, it's just that my hands are freezing, so I thought that would maybe help warm my hands up just a tinsy bit. How much colder has it been this last couple of days? It's so bad. I miss the warm weather already. Okay, so we'll cut the excess off and then punch the holes. Then I'll work out if I'm going to put washi on the bottom and the top. I think I want to leave it. Same thing, I want to leave the dates in this time, because I haven't really used the dates that are actually printed in here for a really long time. So I thought it would be nice to leave it for a change. Now I get asked this question quite a lot. It's where do I get my little hole punches from? These are from, and I try and answer the questions in the comments all the time. These are from kikki.K. They are the kikki.K ones that come in the mini stationery kits. Unfortunately, they don't have any out at the moment that have the hole punch in it. So unfortunately, I don't think you can get any at the moment in store. If you can't and you want just a single hole punch, you can get these kind here from Officeworks. They're the J Burrows, I think that's what it's called. J Burrows ones, they do the same job. It's obviously just a little bit bigger. In my experience, they're very similar. The only difference really is that the J Burrows one is a bit like can take a bit more paper. But other than that, they're basically the same. I do prefer the little one only because I kind of can. I don't know why I prefer the kikki.K one. I think it's just I do. Either or, they both do the same job. All right. So from here, I'm just going to put that off to the side because I need to put that note back in. Things I know I want to use. So I've got, and there's single pages of all of these. I'm really tempted to use the date, like the numbers, to cover, only just to cover the date, the actual numbers, as opposed to the days. I just feel like that would be a cool way to do it. And we're going to use a lot of those headers and things I know I want to use. So I think I want to do it like a patterny. Ooh, we could use those numbers instead. No, they're too big. I think I want to use a bit of a patterny kind of thing. So I know I want to use these. And I feel like I need to put in some pink. I don't want the whole bottom to be pink, because I also don't want the whole top to be blue. This is the part where I get a bit confused. Alright, we're going to do the numbers. So we'll just put the little ones in just to add a bit of colour, and then we're going to put the shapes and stuff as kind of like little bits of confetti. That's where I'm going with this. I'm going to put the Mother's Day back in because that's really, really important. And I don't want to accidentally forget to put that back in. And I'm also going to grab, right here at the start, one of these little speech bubbles and use that to put my little note about my car being serviced. So I'm going to use this red one, or pinky peachy kind of coloured one. So I'm going to put that off there. I'm going to grab a couple of those to-dos. Purple one. Brighter pink or brighter red one on the other side. I'm really enjoying using the two to-do kind of note system, so one for each part of the week. So you sort of got your first half of the week list and then your second half of the week list. Go. Alright, so to add a bit of colour, we're going to put those numbers in, just the little ones. Cover just up the number that's there. So we've got the 4, and I am deliberately going to have them kind of straddling lines and stuff just to make it look a bit cooler. So I'm just going to go ahead and do all of that. This book does not want to stay open, and I'll be right back. That's really good. The only thing I want to do is I want to change the colour of this purple one, just because it's on the same colour as the number, and I just think it looks a bit weird. So I'm just going to switch this up. I'm just using my undo to get in and under the sticker so that I don't ruin it. So warm. Seriously, it's freaking freezing. Alright, so we want to use, I just don't really like that yellow. We'll use the blue. So I'm going to put that in the exact same spot as it just was in, which is good because it's just got a little bit of stickiness left on there, but not a lot. Alright, that's actually starting to look better than I imagined it in my head. I was really worried that it was going to look a bit now there's not going to be too much obviously to do, but I do have some very important birthdays and bits. So obviously we've got the car thing up there. I also need to put in my nephew's birthday, so I'm going to use the red one. So we'll put flag there, and then I think there's a little, a birthday one up here. I wish it wasn't purple, but it'll do the job. I do love the kikki.K Life's little stickers. I always have. I have a bunch of them, and I not forget to use them, but just don't. They never seem to sort of jump to the front of my mind, so that's why I don't do them. Now the other thing I want to put on here is like a happy mail list if I have one. Remember, appointment, travel, urgent action, goal, done. To do, payday, me time, exercise, party. I don't think anyone's had any parties to go to at the moment. Okay, so there's not the kind of happy mail thing that I want. So what I'm going to do is put down this blue flag. Put that on the side here, taking up a little bit of room from Mother's Day. I'm going to grab this washi tape. This is one, I think I got this from Shiamagi, but I know you can get a very similar one from Stash, because Shiamagi's, don't think they're open anymore. So all I'm going to do is just trim this off so that I've got just the amount of squares I need to fit in my space. Go, and then I'll write mail in there in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to write everything in as I'm going because I feel like I'm going to forget otherwise. So we'll put Jack's birthday in on Monday. Thought of something. So there's I'm just going to grab this blue one that says remember. I'm just going to have it trimmed so it fits into the speech bubble, because it's kind of got to make sure that there's only half or less than half tank petrol in the car when we drop it off. This is my sort of, I shouldn't use a washi cutter for this, but it's so good. I love this so much. Kind of pulled a little bit too much, but that's alright. Alright, there's the basis of it. Now what I want to do is kind of do, because there's lots of cool shapes in here, so I kind of want to do a bit of a confetti kind of thing. So we've got the dots and the hearts, and then we've got triangles and the stars. Yes, we do. Okay, so I'm going to start with the triangles because they're the biggest. Triangles and circles, sorry. And I'm just going to try and balance the colours a little bit. And it is completely random and for no other reason than I don't really have a lot to put in here, so why not just decorate it with stickers? Like, if you don't have a reason not to do it, then why not just go crazy? Maybe not too crazy, but enough. I'm just trying to balance those colours out a little bit. Now I'm going to be deadly honest with you guys. I failed miserably at doing my journal that I did with the Planners Anonymous Vineyard. I'm horrible at journals. I always have been. I have real issues writing down on a regular basis. So I reckon I got to about half the month and then I got stuck and kind of stopped. So what I'm trying to do, and what I think I'll do for the rest of, until we know what the heck's going on with the world, I'm going to try and set myself just a daily goal. And that sounds very, very basic. But that's about where I'm at the moment. A daily goal is about as much as you're going to get out of me. So that's sort of what I'm going to go with. So there is actually these little things here that say goal on them. And there's one in each of the colours. So I'm just going to put one of these on each day as a bit of a point. And then I'm going to write in each day what my goal for the day needs to be, and then it's going to get a tick if it got done. So it could be as simple as do the laundry, because that's where life is at the moment. That's how well I'm doing. Today my big thing was I remembered to not play The Sims all day long. That's basically the extent of my skills at the moment. I've gone to The Sims because I've not run out of craft to do. That's not what's happened, but I'm very unmotivated to even do craft at the moment, which sucks. It's not fun. I don't like it. I want my motivation back. I don't have it. I don't know how to get it back other than try and set these kind of little goals and work towards them. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And see how we do. Now there is one more thing I want to put on Thursday. I think it's Thursday. So on Thursday, our local shopping centre opens its new section, which is going to have Kmart. I no longer have to go 15 minutes away to go to Kmart. I know that's very first world problems, but for me that's really exciting. So I'm going to just put a little flaggy onto Thursday. Yeah, I know guys, this one's not quite doing it for me. I don't know. Something very plain about this. I wanted to try and do it just using the stickers, and I know I cheated with the washi tape, but I really just wanted to try and see if I could do it, and apparently I can, but it's kind of boring. Which is okay, I guess. I guess they don't all have to be fantastic, but it's just, it looks just not quite, doesn't it? I told you I'd lost my mojo. I will have it back for next week, because next week I'm planning something a little crazy. Just a little crazy. But I kind of like the white. I like a bit of something plain. I like it pared back a little bit. I think maybe I've gone a little bit too far back. Maybe. Although I kind of like the confetti. I don't know. I think the more I use this, the more I might fall in love with it. But please let me know what you think. I am going to leave it just like that. Very, very boring. Very, very plain. Very, very easy to do with just one sticker book. But I'm just trying to... You don't have to have all of the planner things to make yourself a reasonably well decorated week. This is kind of in preparation for how big next week's is going to be. So just be ready. If you liked my Christmas with Lawn Fawn week that I did last year, which I'll link down below, that was a little crazy. That's what this is going to be. Next week's going to be, not quite to the same extent, but very, very similar. So yeah, I needed to do something a little bit more pared back for this week. So please let me know what you think. Make sure you leave me a comment on my Facebook or my Instagram. They're linked down below for you as well. And obviously you can leave a comment here on YouTube. Give this one a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and let me know if you like the more sort of plain decorations that I do, or if you like the over the top ones, or maybe somewhere in the middle. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic week, whatever you're doing, and I will see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!